Alright, let's dive into my story. I was the weird, autistic girl at my high school, and a group of younger girls made sure I never forgot it. There were usually 3 of them, but sometimes more would join in on the fun. "Hey look, it's the freak," one of them would say as I walked by, and they'd all burst into laughter. "I heard she still wets the bed," another would chime in, sending them into another fit of giggles. I tried my best to ignore them, but it wasn't easy. They were relentless, always finding new ways to make my life miserable. They didn't just limit their bullying to school hallways and classrooms. No, they took it online too. They'd scour my Facebook profile, looking for anything they could use against me. "Oh my God, did you see what she posted? It's so cringy. Let's make a meme out of it. Everyone will love it." I couldn't escape them, even in the virtual world. Every post, every photo became ammunition for their cruel jokes. I dreaded logging onto social media, knowing that I'd be greeted by a barrage of notifications, each one a reminder of their relentless bullying. One day, when I was 18, I received a notification that I'd been added to a massive group chat with around 100 people from my school. I figured it must be something important, like exam prep or party planning. "Hey, did you guys see who just got added to the chat?" one of the bullies typed, followed by a string of laughing emojis. "This is going to be hilarious," another replied. I had no idea what they were talking about, but I had a sinking feeling in my stomach. I knew I should have left the chat right then and there, but curiosity got the best of me. I decided to stay, just to see what was going on. Little did I know, that decision would come back to haunt me. A couple of weeks went by, and I'd practically forgotten about the group chat. That is, until my phone started buzzing with an incoming video call. It was from the chat. "Guys, she's not answering," one of the girls said, her voice dripping with mock disappointment. "Keep trying, she'll pick up eventually," another urged. I declined the call, hoping they'd take the hint and leave me alone. But they were persistent. They called again and again, until finally, on the 3rd try, I accidentally hit the accept button. My heart dropped as I realized my camera was on, and there I was, face to face with 5 of my tormentors. Well, look who decided to join us," the ringleader sneered, her face filling up my screen. I frantically tried to end the call, but my fingers were shaking so badly I could barely navigate my phone. Their laughter echoed through my speakers, bouncing off the walls of my room. I was mortified. There I was, caught off guard, looking like a total mess. I had been getting ready for bed, my hair a tangled nest, my face bare and blotchy. And now, here were my bullies, drinking in every detail, their laughter ringing in my ears. "Oh my God, she looks even worse than usual," one of them cackled. "Quick, take a screenshot before she hangs up," another yelled. I could feel the heat rising in my cheeks, the tears stinging my eyes. I jabbed at my screen, desperately trying to end the call, but it felt like an eternity before I finally managed to disconnect. I sat there, stunned, my heart racing, my breath coming in short, sharp gasps. I couldn't believe what had just happened. I felt violated, exposed, like they had just ripped away the last shred of dignity I had left. Little did I know, the worst was yet to come. A few months later, Snapchat rolled out a new feature that let users create custom stickers from their own photos. It seemed harmless enough, just another fun way to jazz up your snaps. But for me, it was the beginning of a whole new nightmare. Guess what, guys? I just made the most hilarious sticker, one of the bullies posted in the group chat, along with a string of crying, laughing emojis. "No way. Is that who I think it is?" another replied. My stomach lurched as I realized what they were talking about. Those screenshots they had taken during that awful video call, they were using them to make stickers. Stickers of my face, contorted in humiliation and pain, frozen in time for all the world to see. "We're totally putting these on our stories," the ringleader declared. "Everyone needs to see this." I felt sick. I couldn't believe they would stoop this low, that they would take something so personal and painful and turn it into a public spectacle. But that was the thing about these girls, they had no boundaries, no sense of human decency. To them, I was just a punchline, a target for their cruelty. The next thing I knew, those stickers were everywhere. The bullies, being the popular girls they were, had a huge following on Snapchat. and they made sure to use that to their advantage. Check out my story. You won't believe what we made, one of them posted, along with a link to her Snapchat profile. I'm dying. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen, another commented, followed by a barrage of laughing emojis. I couldn't bring myself to look. The thought of my face, distorted and humiliated, being broadcasted to the entire school was too much to bear. I felt like I was suffocating, like the walls were closing in around me. Hey, did you see what they posted on Snapchat? My best friend asked me, her voice laced with concern. No, what are you talking about? I replied, playing dumb. I couldn't let her know how much this was affecting me. Those girls, they made stickers of your face from that video call. It's all over everyone's stories. My heart sank. It was one thing for them to torment me privately, but this was a whole new level of humiliation. I felt exposed, violated, like my most vulnerable moments were on display for the entire world to see. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My best friend had to be the one to break the news to me, to tell me that my face was being plastered all over Snapchat for everyone to laugh at. What do you mean? They made stickers of my face? I asked, my voice trembling. Those screenshots they took during the video call, they turned them into stickers, and now they're using them in all their stories, and everyone is sharing them. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think straight. The room started spinning around me, and I had to grab onto my desk to steady myself. I didn't even know, I stammered, tears welling up in my eyes. I don't use Snapchat. I had no idea this was happening. My friend wrapped her arms around me, trying to comfort me, but there was no comfort to be found, not when my entire world had just been shattered. I'm so sorry, she whispered, rubbing my back as I sobbed into her shoulder. This is so messed up. I can't believe they would do something like this. But I could believe it. Because that's just how cruel these girls were. They had no boundaries, no sense of decency. They would stop at nothing to make my life a living hell. Years have passed since that awful incident, but the scars it left on me remain. I'm 24 now, and I've come a long way since those dark days in high school. But the memories of what those girls did to me, the way they shattered my self-esteem and destroyed my confidence, those stay with me every single day. You know, you're really pretty, a guy at a bar told me the other night, smiling as he looked me up and down. I couldn't even muster a response. I just stared at him blankly, wondering how he could possibly think that. Didn't he know how ugly I was, how worthless and unlovable? That's the thing about trauma like this, it doesn't just go away. It seeps into every crack and crevice of your being, tainting everything it touches. I can't look in the mirror without seeing those stickers, without hearing the laughter of my bullies ringing in my ears. You need to learn to love yourself, my therapist keeps telling me. You're so much more than what those girls did to you. But am I? Some days, it doesn't feel like it. Some days it feels like they won, like they succeeded in breaking me beyond repair. I know I should be over it by now, should have moved on and left it all in the past. But the truth is, I don't know if I ever will. That final straw, that ultimate humiliation, it changed me in ways I'm still trying to understand. And so here I am, still struggling to pick up the pieces of my shattered self-esteem. It's been 6 years, but the wounds those girls inflicted on me are still raw, still bleeding. I saw your posts on Facebook, my mom said to me the other day, her brow furrowed with concern. Are you doing okay, honey? You seem sad. I forced a smile, trying to reassure her. I'm fine, Mom, just tired, that's all. But the truth is, I'm not fine. I'm far from it. Those girls, they took something from me that I don't know how to get back. They stole my confidence, my sense of self-worth, my ability to look in the mirror and see anything but a broken, beaten-down shell of a person. You're stronger than you know, my best friend reminds me, squeezing my hand tight. You survived something that would have destroyed most people. And you're still here, still fighting. She's right, of course. I am still here. Still breathing, still putting one foot in front of the other. But some days it feels like that's all I'm doing, surviving, not living. I wish I could say that I've found some grand lesson in all of this, some silver lining that makes it all worth it. But the truth is, there is no lesson, no reason, no rhyme. Just a bunch of cruel, heartless girls who got their kicks from tearing me down, and the aftermath of their actions that I'm still trying to navigate. But I'm not giving up. I can't. Because even on my darkest days, even when I feel like I'm drowning in the weight of my own self-loathing, there's still a tiny spark of hope inside me. A flicker of light that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how hard those girls tried. And so I'll keep going. Keep fighting, keep healing. One day at a time, one breath at a time. Because that's all any of us can do, in the end. Just keep going, and hope that somewhere along the way, we find our way back to ourselves.